Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Welcome to Vesta Angels Tarot. Let's go ahead and get your reading out for October the 5th, 2023. I pray everybody is well. Now, I did put out a reading yesterday. It was kind of late, so if you didn't know it, go back and watch that one, okay? I believe it was called The Burdens That You Bear. I wasn't intended for the spread to come out like that. However the spread come out, that's how it come out. Whatever we talk about, that's what we talk about, right? Okay. And it talked about a lot about carrying over burdens from your past life into your present moment. um, we want to try and deal more with the present moment instead of wasting a lot of energy, thoughts, and efforts regarding the past. Being in the here and now is truly what we are needing to do, such as survival. Even making decisions and your actions and your thoughts, your thought methods. Can also affect your future, but we're not in the future. So every decision or that you don't make a decision uh, will reflect the energy of what is contained around you in the here and now. Okay, that's the most important thing that we as humans need to really realize and work on. Yes, we're thriving for the future, but if we ignore our energy, our emotions, our feelings, our actions, our non actions, um, our mental capacity, how we think, you know, things that we are avoiding, everything like that, right? Um, it doesn't do justice to the present moment, okay? Thinking that everything that, you know, we're trying to do or not trying to do for the future may not come. It's not guaranteed to you or anybody. So living and being in the present moment is the most important things. And we talked a lot last night about phobias, how phobias are really fears, and how people in situations can put fear, or how we address or don't address our fears will actually turn into a phobia. For example, if you have been feeling neglected or have been abandoned or isolated in your childhood or in your past life, then your phobia, if you don't take care of that fear, right? That fear will turn into a phobia, and then that phobia will be um, how you look at relationships as an adult, right? Because you're going to feel that every relationship or every interaction that you have with people or a person, whether it's platonic or personal or close, right? You're going to have a phobia or a fear of abandonment. Well, I don't want to get in a relationship, or I fear relationships because this person is going to leave me, right? Because it stemmed from that fear that was instilled in you as an action or non-action, as a sense of isolation or abandonment, and now you have a contained phobia of anxiety, right? That everybody that you get close to is going to leave you. So we talked a lot about that yesterday. So make sure you go take a look at that. I also put a video out, and the same video on this channel and also on my other channel, Yes or No Tarot. You can follow the link in the description area, the About section, and the Community tab. And I may start putting a lot of readings over there too, such as individual zodiac signs. That's what I'm going to start working on next. So make sure you subscribed over there. So we have concern that hit the floor. Somebody's having a change of mindset. Hey, extraordinary, how are you? Ooh, I'd rather had kept the the concern card. So we got Scorpio energy. Hmm. All right. So for some of you, it can be a tower moment that is coming. Um, the Scorpio energy or eighth house is about endings. It's about transformation. And we talked about that also last night in the video, right? Something that is not stable, and it can be, yes, exactly, something that you have been concerning yourself about. You're very concerned, you're thinking about it over and over again, it's on your mind. You're wondering how can you fix it, how can you get out of it, um, how can you avoid it, what can you do about it. Now it's going to be different for everybody, of course, whether it's love, financial, family, our children, um, job placement, seeking a job, switching jobs, whatever the case may be. It could be bills, your checking, your banking account, whatever it is for you. Something is as you see, and I do really believe that you do see that it's going through a transformation. Um, you could have had more money than what you have right now. Okay, so your finances, your money has been going through a transformation. Um, Something that you need to know is about to unveil itself. Something is about to come out. It also could be a lot of gossip going around, your family members, people that you sit on the phone with and chit chat for 30 minutes to an hour, telling them all your business, or you're the one that listening to all their business. Um, you're inviting people into your energy when you do that. You're inviting people into your home. And that's what they want. They want to know what was all going on with you. They want to know your business. And don't sit there and think that they're not going to spread it. Okay? And then you're wondering why your blessings are taking so long, or your prosperity, or the energy or lack of energy, how you've been feeling is off. It's because everybody has their fingers inside of your energy, inside of your chakras. You're giving away your power when you are conversing all of everything that you're deciding to do, not to do, telling people about your intimate affairs and all this stuff. Um, Stop. Okay? Just stop it. Let people see how you are transforming, how you are changing. Well, I don't got time for that. I'll hit you right back. I'm cooking, or I'm driving right now and I need to concentrate on the road. I don't got time to talk about that right now. Oh, girl, I'm washing clothes. And believe it or not, guys are big gossipers. They are. A lot of people think it's the females, but guys, they talk, 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 talk. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't believe it, but they do, right? It is some type of secret or gossip. Now, the secrets are usually something emotionally that is being withheld uh, from a person, okay? And that emotion can turn into an adverse reaction. Just think about what I said. Now, eighth house of Scorpio is regarding our mental health. So, some of you, your mental health could be changing. I pray for the better. Um, eighth house also is things that are a shocking revelation. So, let's keep going. And some of you may feel like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not going through no transfer. Everybody goes through transformation, and we never stop transforming. Okay? Not the movie, but we never stop going through transformations. We don't. Transformation, in other words, is a way for you to release things that you are supposed to be seeing spiritually, um, that is no longer worth your time and your effort, your emotions, your feelings. We have occupation in reverse. Some of you can be leaving a job. Some of you may decide to quit today. I know plenty of days that I go to work and I quit. I don't give them no 2 week notice, no nothing. They don't give me 2 week notice before they would fire me, right? So why should I give them that? Georgia is an at will state, so they can quickly fire me, and I also can say I quit. And a lot of companies be mad. Well, you didn't have the decency to give me a 2 week notice. And y'all, this is not regarding me. I'm not fired, and I don't think I'm deciding to quit today. But I'm like, well, shoot, you don't give me a 2 week notice when you finna fire me. You fire people immediately, right? So I pay homage to companies the same way. I'll quit because my time is valuable. I don't know why people in companies don't see that an employee's time is valuable, just like they feel that their time is valuable. Anytime that you invest into anything, a job, a person, a situation, feelings, emotions, you don't get that time back. You don't get it back. That's why I say it's very important that you be in the present moment. You live your life in the present moment. You enjoy those emotions, those feelings, that happiness, that joy. You make decisions. You don't take too long on contemplating and making a decision about a person or a situation. Okay? Because the time that you're wasting on contemplating is is waste effort. It's waste effort. Because that memory capacity could be used on something that's much greater. Okay, instead of you taking up that data and that memory for things that are literally driving you crazy, right? So occupation in reverse is something that you no longer want to invest in, you don't want to work on it. It's over. So this can be a separation, a breakup. This could be somebody breaking up with you and you don't know it, but I'm giving you the early tea. Okay. Um, like I said, lack of work. For some of you, you haven't had a job lately. You're waiting on information or that text or phone call for somebody to hit you back. So you will be transforming into a new employment. This is also the end of secrets and gossip. So if something needing to come out that has been being held from you, it's going to be released anyway when K2 and Rahu move. You can already tell that, right? Um, how things are coming out in the news. hmm How things now are coming out in the news. I heard your president of the United States say the other day that they're about to make the jab mandatory for companies who employ more than 100 people. Your president is about to make it mandatory. So, y'all know I touch on stuff that's about the future. So, this can be an upcoming energy. A lot of people will be quitting. You already seen a lot of people on strike. The writers' strike. We have some type of, I believe, automobile, Ford or somebody that is walking the picket line, right? So this is also the end to some type of employment. This is the end of people in your politics and things like that, friends, family, gossip around the job. Um, Somebody will be quitting and or getting fired, and the secrets and gossip will be coming out. Some of you are also deciding not to put as much work and effort into a situation, a person, a relationship. Like I said, also a job, um, or whatever it may be for you. Okay. Also, an end to the unstableness, whether it's physical, emotional, mental. Um, it's an end to that. Okay. Mm. That's my 2 years to 2 weeks. So, less than 2 weeks, somebody will quit something. You fill in the blank. Less than 2 years, less than 2 days, less than 2 weeks, somebody will not be putting as much energy, time, investment, money, feelings, emotions, clocking in, clocking out, love, relationship, and or marriage. Because remember, the concern card hit the floor, right? So somebody was using a sense of concern, which was they were thinking about it. Should I or shouldn't I? This also could be a manager or a CEO thinking that about you. You know, looking over your records, looking over your time card, how late you've been coming in, um, how you've been acting on the job. Okay, so don't please remember, everybody always is watching everybody. Don't think nobody is paying you attention. Mhm. Another pathway in reverse. Yep. I'm telling you, less than 2 days, 2 weeks. Oh Lord, I hope I ain't finna quit no job because I'm good at that. My resume is like 4 pages long. It don't take me long to find nothing else, right? I pretty much done worked all over Atlanta in the past 30 something years. Over at least 20, 25 years, I have did about everything in the city of Atlanta. I don't have worked for so many different companies. Some of them I can go back to, some of them I can't. So if I do decide to quit a job, it's kind of like a mini vacay for me. I can concentrate more on my child, my home. I can, put more time into my entrepreneurial. I could do more videos. Um, because once you put more energy and effort into something, other things will have a lack, right? So that's why y'all right now only get maybe one video a day. That's because I invest most of my time into a company instead of myself. So that's also a path that I will be making and determining to choose to switch up. I'm getting out of the phase of becoming a slave or keeping myself as a slave to Fortune 500 companies, um, where that they're taking time off of my life. I'm not able to be my life. I'm not able to, um, live my life in the present moment. I'm giving my present moment to Fortune 500 companies. Some of you may work for the government. You may have your own business. You may work a 9 to 5, is what we call it, like me. But you understand what I'm saying. Coming out, the polar bear. You're defrosting. You're defrosting your feelings and emotions, your thoughts. It's time to, hey, Miss Hawkins, how are you? You said you're expressing exactly how I've been feeling. Yeah, that Rahu, and good morning to you. That Rahu K2, remember I always talk about that K2, which is the liberation. Thank you, angels, okay? Rahu, K2, is liberation. You wanting to feel liberated. That is part of what your soul purpose is. Liberation, justice. I want to feel free. I want to be right. I want to be seen right. Um, I want people to do right by me, including companies, right? The polar bear has been asleep for their nocturnal transformation. Thank you, angels. Okay. So your hibernation is up. Hmm. The hibernation time is up. This can also be somebody quitting a situation and coming towards you. That if they were the polar bear, they've been hibernating, separated from you, a sense of distance, moving towards you. You know, they could have been in the service, or you said you're hitting the nail on the head. Oh, thank you so much. Somebody also could be defrosting their feelings and emotions, because I always look at this water as cups, right? Somebody that was hiding or very concerned about how they did feel for you, but they didn't want to express it. So their feelings and emotions was on froze. And they were hibernating on it. They were sitting on it. They were holding it as a secret. Hmm. They're ready, or is defrosting. That time is up. Main female. Now, if you're a divine feminine watching this can be that you holding this red rose is an indication of, I still have love to give. I'm waiting here as a fair maiden, okay, for the right person to obtain this rose. You're not giving up on love. You're not giving up on yourself. You're not giving up on finally finding a person. Um, you know, and also this can be you, where that we talked about last night, right? About the fears and phobias, about scared of being alone, or scared if you do have someone that is interested in you, would you be able to reciprocate? Because of a phobia that you just don't trust anybody. I mean, well, you know what I mean, right? You don't trust love and relationships because of all the pain and hurt that you have endured, can be from, childhood traumas, past life, exes that left bad taste in your mouth, uncooperative co-parenting, where the father or the mother is not helping out with the child or the children. They just abandon the child, they abandon you, right? And they running around town making kids with everybody else, and all of a sudden make a family with everybody else, but never pay attention to you and your child or children. All of that is leaving fear within you. It's also, if you don't know it or realizing, it's leaving fear in your child or children on how to look at love. So they are developing phobias of bad relationship practices. So it will be up to you to sit your child or your children down and have an early talk about love and relationships, right? Mm. You're very smart. You understand what I mean? Because if you don't never address the situation, and some of you may have to, on the behalf of the other co-parent that's not doing their job, okay, on how to early on teach them about people who are scared to love, and also not only give it, but learn how to receive it. And a lot of people who abandon people, they're scared on how to receive love. You know why? Because they don't know how to give it properly. So that's a inward, that's a self thing. So it's also a sense of cowardness. So instead of facing a problem, people like to run away. Speaking of run away, the mice. Something is eating away at you, or have been chipping away at you. Something also is eating up your money. So make sure that you take things off auto draft, or out, what you call that, where they take the money out automatically. If you decide to do that, only do it on certain things. Maybe your mortgage, your light bill, and car insurance or car note. Anything other than that, Don't let people take money out of your account. Okay? People be like, well, it's so easy for me because I don't have to remember. It's your job as an adult to remember. That's what pen and paper is for. That's what post-it notes is for. You have a editing system or a calendar in your phone, especially if you got an iPhone. Put it to use. It's not just for talking, right? Stop letting companies have access to your savings and your checking. It's eating away your money, okay? Because they a lot of times could have increased on the bill and you don't even know it. And now your finances is out of balance because this company is taking more out, or they went up on the plan and you don't even know it. And so it's taken away from what you call your so-called budget that you had prepared. Okay. Only important things. I think I only got two companies that take money out of my account. Anything else, I'll go online, or if I have the app, and I'm already erasing a lot of apps too. Okay. Um, I'll purposely go online if I have to go in to some places and pay, but mostly you could pay over the phone, which is a good way to pay, especially if they have computer generated where you could just type in your card number over the phone and the computer will take care of your bill that way. But the mice is eating away from the fruition that you are trying to store. Okay, and they're having a good time. This also could be people, family, relationships that is also eating away at your fruition. And they will continue to do it if you don't remove them from the situation. Right? Imprisonment. Hmm. This is also somebody that's going to, for some people, trying to come and mooch off of you. They could be being released from jail or prison. Bottom of the deck. I see this like the Ten of Pentacles because if you count the Pentacles, it's 10. And we got another rainbow like we had from last night. Um, that's also the Tree of Life. I believe this Rahu K2 is why I keep going over, or, coming out in my readings, on my channel. It's coming down to a lot of understanding how we are as spiritual beings. That's the most important thing to see and understand how precious you are, how precious your love is, right? How sensitive you are, how short life is, what things are really important and what things aren't important. When you start to look at things from your higher self through your third eye, and as a spiritual being looking in and out, right, and at the world, not looking from the inside of the world, but from like you're in an outer body experience as a spiritual being, looking around and at the world, you will see it differently. You will move differently. I already feel my spiritual awakening with this K2 Rahu already. You can feel it in your bones. You will feel it in your spirit. A lot of you will look at things very differently the next 18 months coming up. A lot of you will be going through a hard transformation. You're going to be coming out of the imprisonment that you have been holding yourself. A lot of you may think that it's the other person. It's you. The raccoon, problem solver, curious, ask questions, adaptive, creative, entrepreneurial, resourceful, and clever. Figuring out how to be a clever opponent. Because this whole world ain't nothing but a game. It ain't nothing but a game. Can be literally what a lot of people think that it is, like a sense of a matrix, like we all say, right? But some of you are coming into a more clever mindset, solving problems before they even become a problem. That's somebody who is clever. If you fix things before they become a problem, then it won't be a problem. And that can stem from making decisions quicker, standing your ground, asking questions, being resourceful, challenging the status quo, figuring what and who is wasting your time. Let me hurry up because I'm already at 30 minutes. Complicated circumstances, being strung along, puzzling, all tied up. That's why the imprisonment card is there in reverse. A conundrum, unraveled, entangled. Situations, people, everything, right? Even your finances. Things that have been, in a sense, feeling tied up. Are wanting to be released from this. I feel trapped. I feel imprisoned. I'm tired of things being taken away from me. A sense of losses. I can't do what I want to do. It's different complicated circumstances. You're going to have to use your clever mindset to put it into these things. And also people. Not literally, because some people take stuff so literally that it's absurd. Careful aim. I'm so glad I seen this card. So careful aim, okay. On target, the go-to or gal, direct, quick, precise. See, that's what I was just talking about making decisions quickly, not taking too long, right? Why did I come up with that other channel? It's called yes or no, because there's nothing in between. It's either yes or no. How long do you need to take to make a decision? Because when you do that, you're allowing it to turn into a fear. Because either you're scared on how the other person may take it. They may not like you no more. So what? Okay? Y'all can tell I'm half Aquarius. I don't care if you don't like me. Right? I don't care if a company don't like me. You feel like you think I'm gonna stop eating because a company want to fire me. That's not my last go round, right? I'm gonna continue to be a problem solver, adapt to the situation, be resourceful, be clever, and move on and find something else. I'm not finna sit and wallow. Something that has been complicated, whether it's love, finances, a job situation, it's coming up for you to take precise action. You're gonna have to focus. It also is somebody here that has that is going to be playing matchmaker for you, or it can be for somebody. Hey, naturally, who is it? How can I help you? Hold on, y'all. How can I help you?
Hey, I'm working on the pipe up there. I want to make sure there's no leak. You see any leak over there in the laundry room?
No.
Right now, you want to look over there? Please.
leaking in here. It's nothing leaking.
Sure.
I just looked.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and proceed.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay. So, a job letting you go is a push from the universe putting on your correct path. Thank you. Yes, Amanda. Okay. A good sign or omen baggage. What did I talk about last night? You see that? The title being The Burdens That You Bear. Feeling curse, guilt, shame, and regret. That was maintenance coming to check about how my house apartment had flooded day before yesterday. Um, mhm. And then when I did the video on Yes or No Tarot, and the first card was the Four of Wands in reverse, I said some of you could be renovating. You possibly could, be renovating from a flood, and then about 3 or 4 hours later, my apartment got flooded. I swear, my angels, boy. I was thinking more of like a Katrina type flood, you know, like a city. But hey, it don't matter. If I say something, it could be major to minor, right? So, you said you saw that and you did mention flooding. Yeah. So, you're not cursed, okay? You're not cursed. Some of you, it's time to target that guilt, to come out of that regret. Don't have any regret about any decisions that you make. Have regret about decisions that you don't make, because that lingers as overthinking. That overthinking turns into a fear, and then if it's more than long term, it turns into a phobia. Somebody also is holding guilt and wants to come out of feeling imprisoned from their feelings and emotions, while the polar bear here is defrosting or coming out of hibernation. They feel shame, regret, and guilt, and has been carrying probably that burden that you were the one for them, or you are the one for them. hmm They made it more complicated than it needed to be. They know also that you was being strung along by them. Um, but they also could be feeling very puzzled right now about how you feel. Would you accept them back? Will you communicate? What type of questions would you have to ask them? Will they be upfront and answer them? hmm They also could have questions that they want to ask you. They also can be feeling very, or, trying to be resourceful on how to tangle you back up into a love relationship again. For some people to see what they can get from you with the mice here. Um, but why would you want to get something from somebody who you want to consider them a main partner, main female? Let's get one more, and I'm gonna have to get off of here. Thank y'all so much for. See there, I told you they was coming forward. The writer. Some of you really will be leaving a situation, a community, and or a job or relationship. The messenger, movement, travel, news, visitor, delivery, go. Some of you are also expecting a package. You ordered something. It's coming. And the next day, you probably got a day left before you'll get it. The green light, progress. Whatever complicated circumstances that you have been having or going through, be the problem solver for it. Be curious, okay? Get your questions answered. Be resourceful. Think. Be clever. You're very smart. A lot of you don't use your mind when it comes to complicated circumstances. Think. Think outside the box, okay? Something that has had or is very tied up in your life, maybe a money, a situation, you're not getting enough hours on your job, you know, be quick and precise and very direct. Also, some of you may have somebody that is interested in you, such as date. You may start communicating with this person. They say it's a green light, so it's up to you to see if it's a green light on your side. Okay. Look out for good signs or omens. Maybe some of you, this person may cross your path again. Um, and I think they're ready to shoot their shot with you, or maybe you're ready to shoot your shot with them. Mhm. Yep. Now they could be coming or have some type of tied up situation, but I feel that in the right circumstances, this person, if they see or feel a good sign with you, that situation with them is going to end, and they would want to move forward with you. Whatever you're thinking about or doing, you do have the green light. Okay, and then it's backing up with the Ten of Pentacles up here. Let me throw out your card for today, and I gotta go. I didn't mean for this to be 40 minutes, but because I really was gonna get off of here, and if I have time tonight, I probably will come back and do one. So we have the Void of Course Moon. Now we do have a Aries Vedic Sidereal lunar eclipse coming up October the 17th or the 29th. Not quite sure what they say in Western astrology, but for me, I believe it's going to be an Aries lunar eclipse October the 29th. So this is Void of Course. The Void of Course card in this deck is talking about avoiding something. Don't avoid anybody. Don't avoid any situation. Don't avoid your feelings, your emotions. It's telling you as the archer to be direct with it. Okay? Some of you may try and dish and dodge something or somebody, but it's time to be very precise and direct. Okay? And this also can be somebody who has been avoiding you, that they're about to start shooting. I hope not literally shots. Please don't go there this morning. Um, but they want to be more precise. And they're going to come in very quickly now. Mhm. They're tired of being held behind jail or being outcasted or not able to see you, talk to you, interact with you, however you want to say it. They could be seeing some type of good sign or omen where that they feel now is a good time to approach you. Okay. And to straighten out this complicated circumstance, they want to talk. So some of you do expect a visitor, or you will be meeting somebody, or they would want to come and see you, or you're traveling to go see them. But some of you may say, I really want to avoid this. But don't avoid it. With the archer here, it's saying be direct, be precise, and be quick with your answers, with your decisions. If you want to go, go. If you don't, say no. Okay? Don't linger and make it more complicated than it needs to be. Um, but yeah, that's what I have. All right. So that's your reading for today. It will be later on this evening if I decide to come back and do another reading or possibly put a reading out for my other channel. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.